something is in there. A lot of positions that I think I was put in where I had to make very tough decisions in my life about who I would be. I was 13 years old, and being 13, having that type of exposure, it was cool to go to Howard Homecoming with Puff. It was great to be able to go to Club USA or the Supper Club with Puffy in that time, or the Tunnel. But these are places that a 13-year-old probably should not be. And most kids will be excited about it. Most kids are trying to figure out how to be around hot girls, pretty girls. I'm around grown women, and I'm seeing them do things and have experiences that I'm not quite ready for. I think that he was just trying to show me the lifestyle.
Y'all, at this point, this isn't even a rumor or speculation anymore that Kim Porter did have a diary where she wrote down things that happened in her life and also kept recordings of what she saw Diddy do to other people. But what's been pretty difficult to figure out, though, is what exactly Kim Porter was hiding, because it must have been some pretty damaging information on her phone and laptop in order for that to disappear the day that she passed away. Now, we noticed she did have footage of Diddy not only mistreating her, but also doing some very questionable things to those that he was responsible for or who worked for him. And one of them was, unfortunately, Usher, baby. It's clear that Usher was ruthlessly taken advantage of and became Diddy's butt buddy when he was very, very young. And Diddy pretty much admitted it when he said on 2 separate occasions that he, a grown man and a teenager, used to wrestle over some Frosted Flakes. Now, baby, I know Tony the Tiger said that they were great, but they ain't that great.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented, you know what I'm saying, but it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because
I was so mesmerized, I don't even know what you're talking about. I was just so blown away by the stamina, the connection, being able to be connected that long with so much shit. You have like so much motherfuckers doing all this shit out here, all those dance numbers and all that. Take your time and breathe it in. Yeah, we all when we go see this for you. This ain't for nobody else but you. You take that time, boy. I see you. Fly ass motherfucker doing good. How the fuck you in the kitchen eating all my cereal?
Usher always seemed to have some nervous energy around Diddy. Anytime he was asked about his relationship with him, Usher either tried to deflect or at the very least try to dig to have something positive to say about him. But when he was asked whether he would allow his kids to have the same experience that he had growing up, he quickly let out a heck no.
To see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
After she broke up with Usher, TLC's Chili even said that she saw something so disturbing that she can't even speak on it to this day.
He was not the man that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I knew that. So while
Diddy had Kim under his thumb to the point that she felt like she was nothing without him. According to her friend Shahara Lottie, if Diddy tried to booty call Kim and she didn't answer, baby, the lights would be cut off the very next day. And that's why Kim started keeping a diary and footage on her flash drive of the things that Diddy was doing, hoping that she would somehow gain some leverage. But one thing that she didn't expect to find was actual videos of Usher and Diddy being intimate. Not long after she found the videos, Usher allegedly ended up in the hospital bleeding. Of course, Kim never expected to come across that footage of Usher and Diddy, but when she did and saw what happened later, she held onto the footage and also wrote about it in her diary. And based on what she saw in that video of Diddy taking advantage of Usher and him later ending up in the hospital, Kim assumed that Usher's situation was directly due to some intimate activity.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you gonna give him a pass?
But we can never be too sure, since her laptop and flash drive have mysteriously disappeared as soon as she was no longer in the picture. Also, back in 2012, Usher actually settled a lawsuit with a Jane Doe for $1.1 million after she claimed that she had contracted herpes from him. And later that same year, Usher was hit with yet another lawsuit, and this time it came from 3 separate people, 2 women and 1 man who didn't want to be revealed, so he referred to himself as John Doe. All 3 of them claimed that they had had relations with Usher. One of the women, Quantasia Sharpton, did a deep dive on this whole mess and said that they had all been fans of Usher for a while, so when they got the opportunity to jump his bones, baby, they did so without hesitation. But he risked their health without telling them that he had herpes. Yet another woman who goes by Laura Helm sued Usher again in 2017 for $10 million and then increased it to $20 million when she went to get tested and discovered that he had given her HSV-2. Usher was allegedly diagnosed with herpes back in 2009. And we're all still saying alleged because, baby, there ain't no money for a lawsuit over here. But Usher has never denied the claims that he had been walking around sleeping with people without informing them that he was carrying. In fact, the only thing that he ever said about the lawsuit was the fact that it should be dismissed because Laura should have known that anytime you have relations with someone without protection, you are taking a risk. I mean, considering who allegedly gave him the infection and introduced him to the lifestyle, it ain't surprising that he would make a statement like that. Let it burn. Ooh, gotta let it burn. People have been speaking about this Usher and Diddy situation for a while now, and how Usher is really the victim in all of this. He found himself caught up in Diddy's favor camp when he was just 13 and didn't know any better and really didn't have anyone looking out for him. But now that Diddy has been locked up, we know that the evidence of Usher and Diddy is out there. More people are starting to talk about it, and Usher better come out with a book or something because folks are waiting to hear his side of the story. I knew Diddy was a sick man when Usher's mama was talking about getting her son away from him. Her tone was of disgust. He had her son basically being an ex-worker to give him style. Sick man. I kind of want Usher to be left alone. He's just as much a victim as Aaliyah is. He was 14, maybe younger when he lived with P. Diddy. He's already stated that he used to take him to wild parties and he wants to tell his own story. That man is a groomer and a predator. Usher barely speaks about the time he spent with Diddy, and that should tell y'all everything you need to know. But what do you guys think about this situation? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.